This is Andy of QualityStocks. Today's Tuesday, September 21st, 2010. And today we're going to take a look at CBR Inc. This is a New York Stock Exchange stock trading under ticker CBR. Quick look at the chart shows this is making a really nice double bottom right here. So we're going to keep an eye on this for support levels and trying to find some resistance levels. Nice uptrend going on with the MACD. See the histogram just above zero. Got the signal line cross. Same way with the PPO. Very nice uptrends. Bit of a concern with this positive DI. See how it's starting to curl a little bit? We want to see this make a stronger move and make a break back up through the negative DI and through the ADX. ADX is still down kind of low. Actually got a hint of a turn back down to it. Just one more thing to pay attention to. Again, ADX doesn't tell you direction. It only tells you strength of direction. So right now, whatever's going on, we've got an uptrend going on to it, but it's not telling you whether or not this is coming off the bottom or losing steam this direction. So something to keep an eye on. MFIs are in a pretty nice position. 7 moving up pretty quick through the 14 and 21. All in an uptrend. We can see the 14 trying to make itself a little bit of a curl. Again, something to pay attention to. This overall chart looks pretty good, but there's some things that are just kind of getting in that middle range area where we want to see them straighten themselves out and get strength back to them going back to the north side. See the accumulation distribution is trying to flatline along the bottom. Wasn't a pretty good downtrend. Now it's trying to round itself out a little bit and make a move back to the north side. What we're going to want to see is this move itself back up through this little channel it's in. Make a break to the north side, make a new high or low. Shaking money flow making its way back towards zero. Again, you can see a little bit of a hint that's going to try and turn back down, almost like it's going to try and bounce off of zero and come back this direction. So what this is going to need to see is a strong day, some good buying pressure to push it back through zero and get rid of that little bit of turn it's trying to make. Good example right there of the CMF uptrending right into that break. Downtrend in PPS with an uptrend in the shaking money flow. Shell telling you that buying pressure is starting to overcome selling pressure. And then a nice break came about. CCI also trying to establish an uptrend, break through zero. Again, at this point, we're going to be looking for the break of 100 to show some real strength coming into this. Full Stow trying to break through 50 right now. Again, just maybe a slight hint with this red line right here. It's going to try and curl, so we're going to pay attention to those things on all these indicators. If it gets some strength, they're all going to snap back to the north side, and it won't be a concern at all. But right now, the point is to start to notice indicators when they're doing things like this. Just giving a hint that they may turn, so I'm trying to point those things out. Tricks we use for long-term plays. This has a very nice look to it. Uptrend towards zero. Looks like we're in a signal line cross. So we want to see this again. This line might be a bit premature as the valley hasn't been officially formed yet, but it looks like this is what it's going to try and do. So this is a very nice look at the tricks. We're going to look for an overall uptrend back through zero. The RSIs, given that same hint, they're a little bit ahead of the game with everything else, with all the other indicators. See, given the turn of possibly coming back down, what we want to see is that break of 50. See these 14 and 21s going sideways through here. Slight uptrend to them. Not that great, but having a hard time getting through 50. We're going to want to see them reverse direction. Look like they're going to start to turn back down. Break through 50, get the 7, 14, and 21 all into bull chart territory. Very bottom support at 250, 251, 252. See, this has a nice double bottom look to it. Double bottoms don't have to necessarily be at the exact same point. You try and keep them within 10%. This is 250, 260, so you're not even talking 5% apart. So now what we're going to look for is this bottom support to hold. This time we're going to look for 260 to hold, a little bit higher of a low than last time. So we're going to want to see 260 hold this time through, right through here. And then we're going to want to see this try and break through this resistance that's right in front of it. See, it's got a little bit right there at this 286 area that's going to be reinforced right through here, about 290 with some old resistance through here, 295 with a peak on that. But that 50-day moving average is right in front of it at 295. So let's look for this to try and get a little bit more volume. See, volume picked up a bunch yesterday, 650,000 shares traded. And we're going to have to look for some more volume, but this is going to try and blow through this 50-day moving average. And ultimately, let's move that up. This $3 area, 303, 307, 310 right here is where the line is actually at. This is going to have to try and move back above this level. And really what you want to see in the long term is that tricks and long-term indicators like that play out and put an uptrend to this. We want to see a new higher high in the long term. Again, not looking for that tomorrow. But this is what we're looking for, somewhere up around this 365 area, possibly challenge in through here where it was an old resistance level. But right now we're just going to look for a higher high. We're going to look for this base to continue to hold. We're going to look for volume to stay strong, buying pressure. We're going to look, first thing we're going to look for is that break of the 50-day moving average. These are some important things for CBR to try and truly come off the bottom and have this double bottom come into fruition. Again, this is merely my interpretation of the chart. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you and trade smart.